In 1987, Ferrari celebrated its 40th anniversary by introducing this car, the F40. It was designed to appeal to Ferrari's rich customers by offering them the opportunity to drive the closest possible thing to a real race car. Drawing on the experience gained with the 288 Evoluzione, the company, in collaboration with Pininfarina, which styled the body, created a car which would bring the sensation of a racer to every aspect of the driving experience, from the look and feel of the cockpit to the power of the engine and the sophistication of the chassis. The basis of the F40 was the turbocharged power unit of the Evoluzione and the 288 GTO. It was enlarged slightly to 2936 cc's, and its power output was reduced from the Evoluzione's peak of 650 horsepower to a more controllable 470 at 7,000 RPM. The idea of the F40 was that it should be race-bred, but not to the level of being a high-strung thoroughbred. The car, the company decided, should be powerful but not overwhelming, for it was to be a vehicle available to anyone who had the money to buy it, and wealth was not a guarantee of driving ability. Like the Evoluzione and the 288 GTO, the F40's power unit had twin turbochargers which operated with water-cooled heat exchangers. The transmission, mounted behind the engine and differential, is a 5-speed unit connected to a lever which works in a traditional Ferrari gate. The F40 is built on a steel tube frame, but the body makes great use of reinforced plastics, following the route of the 288 GTO. The use of these modern materials made it possible for weight to be reduced to the minimum. The whole car weighs just 1,100 kilograms, and thanks to composite panels, each door weighs in at just 1.5 kilos. In designing the body, Pininfarina was able to play with the idea that this was not what might be called a practical road car. This was a car which would never in its life be taken to a supermarket, said the man in charge of the design project, Lorenzo Ramaciotti. So it needed no bumpers. What it did need was something to say racer loud and clear, and that wonderful wing passes on the message in a way which no one can misunderstand. Enzo Ferrari died a year after the F40 was introduced, so this car could be considered his epitaph. And a fine epitaph it was. Mr. Ferrari was still taking an interest in what went on at Maranello in 1987, and he took care to let F40 customers know that they would be well advised to pick up their car at the factory, so that the finer points of driving such a potent vehicle would be explained to them. It's a mark of the man's character that even at the age of 89, he was thinking of his customers and the unique link between them and the factory, which was, and still is, an important part of Ferrari ownership.